Starting up. Yo, and welcome to the inaugural episode of Buzzer Beaten. I'm your host, Will, aka at Timberwolves, aka there's no I in Timberwolves. With me today are Paul, that's at Paul Mo Buckets on Twitter. How's it going, Paul?
I'm doing well. How about you?
I'm great. We got Cole, that's at Cole Nesbitt, is that right?
Yes, sir.
And Kika, that's at Kicksticks3. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm great. So just a quick word, since this is the first episode, on how these are going to work. Buzzer Beaten is a quiz show. What we're going to do is start with some toss-ups. They're worth 10 points each. Buzz in when you know the answer. If you buzz before I'm done talking and you're wrong, that's negative 5 points. If you buzz after I'm done talking and you're wrong, no penalty. If you get it right, you get a set of bonuses that are just for you, worth up to 15 points. Usually they're in 3 parts. And yeah, so I really love game shows, so I've been looking to do something like this for a while now, and we're going to delve into all different kinds of topics, anything that everybody on Twitter is obsessed with, like Thrones, for example, or basketball is going to be another one that we're going to delve into heavily. Today, the prize that we are playing for is the graphic novel of The Hedge Knight, which is the first of the Duncan Egg stories, and it's a really cool entry into George R.R. Martin's works, whether you've just seen the show or you've read the books. I actually have not read the graphic novel, so I'm interested to hear how it is, but the short stories are very cool. So, without further ado, we're going to kick it off here with our first toss-up. Question 1. An April Fool's Day prank involving a fake severed head in a refrigerator nearly spelled the end for these two. Media spottings included excursions on the ground of Wardle Castle, which is the family estate of one of the two. They made their public debut in 2016 at the red carpet of the Olivier Awards in London, and their engagement was announced in the Times of London. Kika.
Kit Harington and lordy, I forgot her name. Rose. Oh my god. Egret. Oh, please.
Oh, so close. I'm sorry, Kika. It's going to be negative 5 points for you.
Wait, didn't... Oh, never mind.
Second place.
They fell in love in Iceland during early days of Thrones filming, and their wedding was attended by co-stars including Peter Dinklage, Maisie Williams, and Sophie Turner. For 10 points, name this Game of Thrones couple married this weekend who first appeared on screen as the love interest Jon Snow and Ygritte.
What is her? Oh.
I know her name. I just forgot her last name, and I should have just said Rose Harrington.
Yeah, it's Kit Harington and Rose Leslie. I'm afraid nobody else buzzed. So, Kika, you can take comfort in the fact that nobody else knew that one. You're real close. So, that's tough. Yeah, they were married this past weekend. So, good for them. I think everybody is pretty much over the moon to see everybody in their Sunday finest. All right, so question 2, here we go. His name can also mean a story that rambles on for a long time and appears to be meaningful, but is ultimately pointless. He is the wildest and often the most aggressive of his brothers and sisters, and is set apart by his distinctive coloring. He is eventually killed by the Umbers, and after being sent towards Last Hearth with Asha, it is likely that he survived longer than Greywind, but his head is presented by Small John Umber to Jon and Sansa as proof that he has been killed. For 10 points, name this direwolf that was raised by Rickon Stark. Kika.
Shaggy Dog.
Shaggy Dog is correct.
Wow.
Your bonuses. Firstly, for 5 points each, given the house, name their house words. Firstly, House Lannister.
Hear me roar.
That's correct. Secondly, House Tyrell.
God damn it. Growing strong.
That's correct. Yeah. And finally, House Tully.
This is my favorite one too. Oh shit! House Tully. Family Duty Honor.
Yeah, nailed it. Perfect.
Awesome.
Swept the
Used to be
bonus.
my
Good job.
frickin' bio. Awesome.
Nice. Good work. Yeah, it would have
Feel
been embarrassing for you if you missed that one.
I think he used to be
Yeah,
my bio on Twitter for like the longest too.
Yeah. All right. Toss-up number 3. Pike is the name given to them in the Iron Islands. They face discrimination from every major religion and in every major region of Westeros, with one exception. That region, Dorne, embraces them due to a cultural respect for passion and lust. This allows Ilaria Sand, for example, to attain a position of respect and power. They inherit no land and no name, instead taking a name based on the region of their birth, with a notable exception being Jon Snow. For 10 points, name these children born out of wedlock. Paul.
Bastards.
Correct.
Oh, I'm stupid. I thought you were asking for names. I was like, well,
Me too.
Yeah, one of the tricks to this format is figuring out exactly what the question is asking.
yeah.
If you can do that,
Like,
then
damn
you'll
it, the
be
one I'm gonna
golden.
know.
Okay. So, Paul, your bonuses for 5 points each. Name these types of coinage. First, the gold coin used in Westeros.
Dragons.
Correct. Secondly, the silver coin used in Westeros.
Stags.
Nice, good work. Finally, the gold coin used in Marine.
Oh, I don't know this.
Those are golden honors.
Okay. I was gonna say talents, but those are real old gold coins.
I was gonna say galleons.
I just finished
Yeah.
reading Harry Potter too.
27 sickles to a nut. It's super simple.
Makes all the sense.
All right, toss-up number 4. Though he has never taken a knight's vows, he did play with a wooden knight as a child. This man's house is one of the younger in Westeros, founded after Tytos Lannister was saved from a lion attack by his kennel master. The first character this man kills on screen is known as Micah. 3 dogs on a yellow field represent
Oh,
Kiko.
God damn it.
Oh.
I don't even know what the question is. I'm going to guess the Cleganes.
I can prompt you on that.
Go ahead.
I need more information.
Sandor Clegane.
Yeah, that's correct. Good job.
I
Can
don't
you
know the
finish the
question
question,
or the
please?
All right, Kika, your bonuses. For 5 points each, given the house symbol, name the noble house associated with it. Firstly, a red flayed man inverted.
Bolton. House Bolton.
Correct. Secondly, a white falcon on blue.
House Aaron.
Correct. Finally, a 3-headed red dragon on black.
House Targaryen.
Yeah, all right. That one may have been too easy. Good work.
All right.
Toss up number 5. One of his big early inspirations was the Western film The Magnificent Seven. He went to school at Berkeley College in Boston, but his first big break came as an assistant for Hans Zimmer. That work included arrangements for films including The Curse of the Black Pearl. More recently, he's provided the score to Pacific Rim and Iron Man. For 10 points, name the Iranian-German composer who has scored every season of Game of Thrones.
Nope.
Anyone? Bueller?
No, it's only the greatest.
Right.
Of all
Yeah, we all know the music. It's incredible. Everybody should know this name. It's Ramin Djawadi is his name. really
no
incredible
idea.
composer. And definitely deserves to be well known.
Yeah.
All right. Toss up number 6. Joffrey, Cersei, Walder Frey, Meryn Trant, Tywin Lannister, the Red Woman, Barrett Kika.
Arya's list.
Yes, correct. Good job.
Well,
All right, your bonuses. Given the region of Westeros, name the major castle from that region. Firstly, the Riverlands.
Shit. Excuse me, I don't know if I'm allowed to.
Yeah, you can swear. You're allowed.
The River Run.
Correct. Pulled it out. Secondly, the Vale.
The Eyrie.
Correct. And finally, the Westerlands.
Pass. I can't remember.
That's Casterly Rock.
Oh, shame on me.
Shame.
Shame. All right, toss up number 7. In the books, the new part of this region was created at the behest of the wife of Jaehaerys the Conciliator, Queen Alysanne. This nearly doubled the size of the region. An abandoned holdfast in this region, known as Queen's Crown, is visited in season 3 by Bran and Asha. Its only inhabited village is known as Molestown. Though it is in the north, it is not under the authority of Winterfell. Rather, it exists as an administrative region. Kika.
The Night's Watch, the Wall.
Sorry, that's incorrect. Paul?
The Gift?
The Gift is correct.
Ooh.
it's actually pronounced the GIF.
Yeah, good work. Paul, your bonuses. This group formed out of an excursion sent after Gregor Clegane by Ned Stark. Firstly, for 5 points, name the group.
No. What do they call themselves? The Brotherhood Without Banners.
Is correct. Secondly, who was the leader Ned named?
The leader was Beric Dondarrion.
That's correct. And finally, name the peaceful brother played by Ian McShane who the Brotherhood hangs.
I don't remember. That was such a great 10-minute acting performance.
Yeah, his name was Brother Ray.
Okay.
Yeah, great little role by Ian McShane. I think he like spoiled stuff in interviews and sort of got told off by the fans.
Yeah,
for it.
it's just like, dude, who cares?
Yeah, definitely one of the people who are like, I don't get why everybody's so into the show, but
Oh,
y'all
no.
seem to like it a lot.
He's like, let me bless y'all with my talents for one episode.
All right, question 8. Answer promptly when you buzz. For 10 points, name the 7 gods of the Faith of the Seven.
Oh man. Cool.
Paul.
Okay. The Mother, the Stranger, the Warrior, the... Oh, no. The Mother, the Stranger, the Warrior... No, I'm just going to leave it there. I didn't have it.
Well, luckily, you don't lose any points. Does anybody else
Right,
want to take a
I
stab
figured
at
I'd buzz and see what happened.
Cole or Kika, you want to take a
only
shot
one.
at it?
Man,
I
listen.
know the father.
Well, there's 4 of them right there. If anyone wants to take a stab. Sorry, the answer is...
beggar.
No, Beggar is not one of them. They
No,
are...
Crone?
Crone is one of them.
Okay. And
But now we're just feeding. Yeah, it's the father, the mother, the warrior, the smith, the maid, the crone, and the stranger.
Okay.
So there's 3 each for man and woman. So the father, the smith, the warrior, the mother, the maid, the crone, and then the stranger is the 7th.
And then the strangers are the only actual gods, so it's cool.
I also would have accepted there is only one true god. His name is Death. All right, the final question before halftime, question 9. As a child, she was inspired by a fishing boat slave who risked death to try to save her drowning brother's life. Because of this act, she studied in the medical arts and left her native Volantis for Westeros. Portrayed by Una Chaplin, her house name is Major, though it is rarely mentioned in the show. We first meet her at the Battle of Oxcross, amputating the foot of a Lannister soldier. A substitute for the book character Jane Westerling. For 10 points, what character meets and falls in love with Robb Stark and is later murdered at the Red Wedding?
Oh.
See, I knew Jane Westerling. I do not.
I was gonna say Jane
know what she
Westerling, and
looks
I'm glad
like.
I didn't buzz in. No.
Oh my god. I'm upset.
Cole is so close.
So I know what she looks like. I can pick her out of a crowd.
Wow,
no idea.
I thought this one was gonna go early. That's Talisa, guys.
Oh.
Yeah, one of the whole cloth creations of the show.
She's one of the ones that, like, I don't know. I always call her Jane Westerling, even on the show.
Right. That's. I tend to do that. Call them by their book names on the show. I can't be learning names.
Yeah, I'm not really sure why Jane Westerling needed to be cut out, but yeah, there you go. All right, so at the halfway point, still waiting for our friend Cole to get on the board. He's going to do it. I believe in him. Paul has 40 points, and Kika is just slightly ahead at 60 points. But it's anyone's game.
Well,
because there's easily over 200 points up for grabs in the second half. So while we're at a breaking point, why don't we go around and you guys tell me one thing that you're looking forward to in season 8? And if you got anything to plug, now is the time to plug it. We have 0 listeners, so just throw it out there. And, I'll hear it, so you can plug it to me.
Yeah.
Cole, what do you got?
I'm excited for the White Walkers to get everyone out of the paint.
You think it's going to be a total team wipe for
Buddy, I hope so.
Team Humanity?
Sweep.
Yeah.
Brooms on deck.
That would be I would love to see everybody's reaction to just the White Walker domination.
Just
right?
the least satisfying.
You already watched. Like, we don't care anymore.
Yeah.
It would be one of the all-time most exciting possible outcomes. Kika.
I'm looking forward to the murder of Cersei by Jaime Lannister.
Nice. You think he's going to choke her to death?
I really think it's going to be Jaime.
I strongly think that's going to happen. There was a great shot, I think, in the last... Sorry, go ahead.
The thing is, it's like... So when you look at... what's his name? Martin's storytelling or whatever. It's been unconventional, right? But there are tropes that you have to follow. And then there's a prophecy. And the relationship between those two characters just means that it has to be Jaime. Tyrion is fun, sure. Arya would be much better, but I just want Jaime to choke the life out of her.
I think a lot of people are waiting to see that.
With his one hand.
If anybody remembers, there was this great scene in the last season. There was the room that they painted the map on the floor that they did a couple of shots in, and there's a shot where Jaime is standing on the region known as the neck.
Or the fingers, right?
Yeah, the neck and the fingers. It's like right by, I think. So he might even be like bridging.
No, I think because what I'm saying is I think Jaime's standing on the fingers while Cersei stands on the neck.
Oh yeah, you might be right. Yeah, but yeah, that's incredibly exciting to me.
Yeah, can't wait.
I'd be mad if I was born in a place called the Fingers.
That's where Littlefinger's from, right?
Oh, huh.
That's why he's called Littlefinger.
More like a no throat finger. Am I right?
Oh, I forgot that happened.
Yeah, Paul. What do you think?
The thing I'm most excited for the final season of Game of Thrones is George R.R. Martin releasing The Winds of Winter.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm sure there'll be some cool battles. We'll see what happens. I'm kind of nervous. I feel like the showrunners might have lost the thread a little bit, but we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how it comes in for a landing. You want to plug your World Cup spreadsheets?
Yeah, I have a World Cup spreadsheet with schedules and group standings and stuff that you can check out. It's my pinned tweet at Palmo Buckets, and we're halfway through the World Cup. And if you're not watching it, you're a sucker, and you should.
Nice. All right, so here is our second half, beginning with toss-up number 10. Buzz in when you know it. Question 10. This city, the southernmost... I'm going to take that one again. Cut that out in editing. Question 10. Sorry. Question 10. This city is both the southernmost of the free cities and the oldest. When Valyria fell after the Doom, this city attempted to gain control of all of the remaining Valyrian colonies, who banded together against this city under the guidance of Aegon I Targaryen and proved victorious. This city is ruled by 3 elected leaders known as Triarchs. In Season 5, Tyrion visits this city on the way to Meereen, where he encounters a Red Priestess and is captured by Jorah Mormont. This city's envoy, Bellico Panemion, helps to negotiate an end to slavery in the city, but they would later break that treaty. For 10 points, name this free city that attempts to wage war on Meereen, along with Astapor and Yunkai.
I'm so bad with names.
Right.
I remember that dragons got their navy up out of here. Do I remember the name? Nope.
I remember the sick double kill on the ambassadors.
Is it? I think I'm wrong, but is it Volantis?
It is Volantis.
Sweet.
Was that a buzz?
Well,
I'd like to
everyone
buzz
was
in.
just standing around.
All right, we'll give it to you. All right, your bonuses, Paul.
All right.
For 5 points, name the ancestral Valyrian sword of House Stark.
Isn't it just called Ice?
Ice is correct. Abolish ice. Secondly, for 5 points each, ice is melted down into 2 blades by Tywin Lannister. Name both.
Oathkeeper and what did he end up naming it? Widow's Wail?
Yup.
Correct. Good work.
Oh,
Take the lead with that. Widow's Wail. It's a great little bit of like off-screen, like just some, which is funny because I always thought the suggestion in the book is that Joffrey is just such a massive dick that he comes up with like the meanest possible name. But in the show, it's like just some asshole in the crowd.
Right? He's the unimaginative dick who picks the meanest possible name without thinking of it.
Yeah. It's a tough. All right. Question 11. This region of Westeros is second only in size to the north and features the river Mander flowing through it to the Sunset Sea. The Red Mountains form the borderlands known as the Dornish Marches on its eastern edge, and a notable island in this region is the Arbor. Known for its verdant and fertile land, this region features castles including Brightwater Keep. Paul.
Highgarden?
Incorrect, sorry. Brightwater Keep and Highgarden. For 10 points, name this region whose only city is Old Town.
Oh. Well.
I might be wrong too, but the Reach?
Kika. Yeah, the Reach is correct. Good work.
Yeah.
Good Halo game.
It's a tricky one. Kika, your bonuses. For 5 points each, given the character, name the actor who portrays them. Firstly, Tywin Lannister.
Lord something Dance. Charles Dance.
Yeah, Dance. Dance is fine. Secondly, Olenna Tyrell.
Ooh, I don't remember. I won't remember.
It's Diana Rigg.
Yeah.
Diana Rigg. Incredible performance by her.
Lady.
Yeah, Dame Diana
Dame,
Rigg.
rather.
Yeah. And finally, Daenerys Targaryen.
Emilia Clarke.
Correct. All right. Number 12. He's the most notable member of his house, whose words are, "So end our foes," a vassal house to the Baratheons in the Stormlands. His fighting skills are the subject of constant derision, and characters call him a grub in fancy armor and state, "Any boy whore with a sword could beat 3 of him." His predilection for wanton violence is only matched by his evil desires. A member of Joffrey's Kingsguard, he beats Sansa on Joffrey's orders. For 10 points, name this man who the Hound dismissively gives the middle name Kika.
Who got that first? Me or Paul?
Paul's
I
first.
didn't buzz. That was my...
Yeah. No, yeah. Kika's first.
Sir Meryn Trant.
Meryn fucking Trant is correct. You cut me off just before I could say it. Kika, your bonuses. For 5 points each, name these maesters. Firstly, the maester at Winterfell at the beginning of the series.
Maester Luwin.
Correct. Secondly, the Grand Maester in King's Landing at the beginning of the series.
Dude. Maester Pycelle.
Nice, pulled it out. And finally, the Maester at Dragonstone, who attempts to stop Melisandre.
I don't remember.
His name was Cresson, and it did not go well for him.
I was like,
Sweet name.
he died in a prologue.
He dies in one chapter, and I think only one scene in the show, more or less. He might have a couple in that episode, I don't remember, but yeah, does not go well for him. All right, question 13.
Also, shouts to Jason Concepcion for having a great Grandmaster Pycelle impression.
Your Grace. Not even amazing. Yeah, I was actually gonna throw a reference to Qyburn into that bonus, but I thought it would be too obvious.
Yeah, Qyburn.
Qyburn. All right, question 13. This city's distinctive purple sails and hulls, derived from a local snail, were originally a measure of secrecy. That's because this city was founded by a group of slaves who escaped from the Valyrian freehold. This city revealed itself to Paul.
Bravos?
Bravos is correct. Good buzz.
Bravo on getting her.
Oh!
Hey!
I don't know anything, but I'm kind of funny.
We're just happy you're here.
I appreciate that.
Amen.
Paul, for 5 points, name these key players in the north. Firstly, the Lord of White Harbor, whose symbol is a merman.
Is that Waymond Manderly?
Correct. Secondly, this little girl's seat is on Bear Island.
Mormon. What's her name?
Yeah, I need the first name as well, unfortunately.
Yeah, Lady Mormont. What was its sister?
Need an answer?
Lyanna.
Correct.
Nice.
Finally, this Lord of Greywater Watch has never been seen in the present timeline on the show.
Jojen Reed. Reed. What is his first name? Craig Reed. I don't remember.
Craig.
You are correct. That's an extra point.
It's an incredible answer. No, it's Howland Reed.
Howland.
Potentially one of the most
Craig.
important
It's spelled like
characters
Craig
in the
is just
story.
silent.
Yeah, the Craig is silent. Yeah, Howland Reed, potentially one of the most important characters in the story, and has never actually been seen on the show, as far as I know, other than in flashbacks. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure we only ever see him in the flashback to the Tower of Joy.
Oh yeah, no.
But
Has he appeared in the books yet, or is he still at his castle?
He's not, he hasn't even shown up. Period.
Yeah. But he's important because he would be one of the only living witnesses to be able to vouch for Jon's lineage.
Yep.
All right. Toss up number 14. Notable members of this house include Lady Ellen, Sir Reynard, and Lord Roger, also known as the Red Lion. They were once the second wealthiest family in Westeros and shared a symbol with House Lannister. Paul.
Is it House Castamere?
Incorrect. Cole.
Is it Bolton? Because weren't they like wronged?
I'm afraid that's incorrect as well.
All right, well.
you could have heard the rest of the question, but you buzzed. So give it a shot.
I just realized that too. House Rain, I guess.
Yep, you're correct.
Well,
oh, really?
It's The Rains of Castamere is the name of the song, which is a reference to House Rain, spelled R-E-Y.
Awesome.
All right, yeah. You're gonna be glad that you got that one since you buzzed. Yeah. So yeah, if everybody else buzzes, you're welcome to hear the rest of the question. Kika, your bonuses for 5 points each. Identify the title of these episodes. Firstly, Season 1, Episode 4 is named after 3 groups Tyrion has particular fondness for.
Cripples, Bastards, and Broken Things.
Correct. Secondly, this 3rd season title refers variously to a sellsword group, Tyrion, and the Hound.
No, I don't remember.
That's Second Sons.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of a play on words there. There's a lot of Second Sons in that episode. And finally, Season 2, Episode 5 is named after the title Arya gives herself while serving as Tywin's cupbearer.
Oh, I don't remember.
It's the Ghost of Harrenhal. It's a tricky one.
I was gonna go Ari.
I almost did a question based on all the different names that Arya gives herself or that she has. It's one of the great, masterful sort of storytelling techniques of George R. R. Martin. Is all like Arya's story is all about how she sort of loses her identity and gains it back, and she goes through all these different names like. Yeah, Ari, Weasel, like, it's just Weasel, endless.
Blind girl.
Right, no one. Okay. Number 15. Wait, did that one? What? I am confused. Okay. Just a moment. Question 16. Question 16. She was born in Bermuda, but later moved to England, where she was noticed in a school play at the Royal National Theatre, leading to a 1992 role in the film Waterland. She was recommended for her role on Game of Thrones by Peter Dinklage, who was a friend of hers. She has been outspoken about her experiences auditioning and dealing with casting directors, and her experience as a woman in the industry. She was diagnosed with postpartum depression on the set of Game of Thrones. Other notable roles include Queen Gorgo in 300 and a starring role in Terminator, the Sarah Connor Chronicles. Paul.
Lena Headey.
Correct. Paul, your bonuses. For 5 points each, name these groups of people. Firstly, this group crossed over into Westeros via a land bridge in Dorne, which the Children of the Forest destroyed.
The Andals.
Incorrect. Secondly, I can tell you the answer. It's the First Men.
The First Men, that was the other one.
Secondly, this culture arrived in Westeros much later than the First Men, marked by a 7-pointed star.
Much later. The Andals.
Correct, yeah.
Say the same.
I was worried you weren't going to say it. And finally, this group, named after a major river in Essos, has descendants in Dorne.
The Martells?
It's the Rhoynar. That's a tricky one.
Yeah.
All right, we have 2 questions remaining, and Paul, there's still a chance for you to come back here.
Comeback season.
Here we go. Question 17. One of his distinctive physical marks comes from a beverage he drinks made of Shade of the Evening. He gifts a gemstone to Daenerys when he meets her as an emissary of the 13, the ruling council of the city of Karth. This gemstone lets Daenerys see him in double, one of a variety of magical powers that he holds. With pale blue lips for 10 points, what warlock of Karth invites Daenerys to the House of the Undying?
You can never leave the House of the Undying.
That's Pyat Pri. Pyat Pri. Final question, question 18. The claustrophobic ending to this event was a contingency based on the rainy conditions during filming. This event reunites the audience with a character they hadn't seen in more than 3 seasons. It took 25 days to shoot and used 80 horses and over 500 extras. Taking place outside of Winterfell, this battle pits Ramsay Bolton's forces against Jon Snow and his Cole.
What is the Battle of the Bastards?
On the board with the last question.
Yes.
I did it.
Good work.
That
Cole,
was 5,000 points. I win.
All right. Let's see here. Cole, your bonuses. For 5 points each, name these battles.
Oh, no.
Firstly, this battle on the Blackwater Rush was widely criticized for its non-George R.R. Martin written name.
Man, I got my one. I have no idea.
That's the Loot Train battle.
Oh, yeah, that one.
An incredible battle, but a really terrible name. Secondly, less of a battle and more of a massacre. This attempt to rescue wildlings is reminiscent of Dunkirk and Calais.
Man, that's woof. I have no idea.
It's called That's Hard Home. And finally, this battle between the Night's Watch and the wildlings is named after the largest castle on the wall.
Yeah. Again, I have no idea. I got my one question right.
Yeah, that's
I'm going.
That's the Battle of Castle Black. So.
Yeah. Oh.
Yep.
Oh. Yeah. Gotcha.
All right. And at the end of our show, Paul has 90 points, and Kika is our winner with 115 points. Congratulations!
All right.
Good job, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good job, everybody. I am very impressed with your knowledge of Game of Thrones. Some of those questions were incredibly difficult. So yeah.
I feel good because I was worried. I haven't read the books in a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think all of us are waiting for the release date of Winds of Winter to do a reread if we do.
Like I don't want to just read it again.
Well, I'm trying not to think about it until I at least know when the next season's gonna be.
Yeah.
That's
yeah. So yeah, we'll probably revisit Thrones and Song of Ice and Fire in the future. If you enjoyed this episode or you're interested in being on Buzzer Beaten, our Twitter handle is @BuzzerBeaten, or you can email me at buzzerbeaten@gmail.com. And if you like the episode, please give us a good review on iTunes and come on back and listen to the next episode of Buzzer Beaten. Bye, guys.
See you.
all right.